Hey there, YouTube Lego fans. Welcome to Pauley Builds. Today we've got another Technic set. I've got a couple of these to get caught up on because Nathan, unfortunately, his hands just can't seem to manage these sets. I'm going to end up kind of jumping on them and trying to get some of them done, so we have a couple more sets with him. He's got several to do, so I'm going to be bringing in Nathan quite a bit here in the next few weeks. He's got a lot of speed sets, he's got a creator set, and he is excited to do them. He loves hopping in front of this camera. He asks me regularly, hey, can we do a video today? So I'm going to get him on here in a little bit. But today we have the Lego Technic McLaren. It is set number 42, 1, 2, 3, 830 pieces. I'm kind of excited about this one because it looks like it actually has functioning doors. A lot of the cars that I've seen don't have functioning doors, but again, getting into the Technic sets, they will start having those kind of things in them. This one I don't believe is a pullback like we had on the Porsche last week, but with the opening doors and just the general look, this one is another half again as many pieces as the Porsche E that we did last week. There's got to be a reason for why this one has all those extra pieces. We're going to get into it and we're going to look at it and figure out why. Glad to have you along for the ride. Let's go. Well, we're done with bag one. We've gotten into where we have the seats, we have the engine, we have the steering gear. Only 3 stickers so far, so that tells me the rest of the stickers are coming later. But a lot of this is really neat already. This car has an actual steering gear that appears that we're gonna have a gear to be able to turn, and it will make the steering gear turn back and forth. Really neat how they designed it all, of course. All the gearing is in place and very well done. The engine also, I'm not sure, it's hooked up to one of the rear wheels, and they have the cylinders all hooked up to where as you turn, yeah, let's see, pull that back here so it's in focus. But they have all the cylinders all set up so that way as you turn, I'm looking at my TV to make sure I get it straight, so that as you turn, all the cylinders pop up. I also have to have the gravity to knock them back down, but neat little design. Definitely really cool to have that kind of detail to look at. It'll give it a really neat look as you're pushing it along the ground. I'm sure Nathan, when he gets to see this one and play with this one a little bit, he's going to be really shocked at all the cool little stuff in it. But time to get on to bag 2 and get into some of the body work. Because that looks like that's where we're headed now, because the majority of structure is all done. So on to bag 2. Wow. 4 bag 2 bags. I had 4 bag 1 bags too, so it's a lot of stuff. But here we go. Okay, done with bag 2. Lots of body work, really cool stuff. The rear spoiler on this one was really fantastic. Then you got the venting down here on the bottom. That's kind of hard to see because of the lighting, but you have the venting down here on the bottom. You have the spoiler, which has all the wings all the way around it. Body panels and everything starting to go over top of the engine compartment. And then a little bit of structural over top of the front steering gear, as well as the steering wheel itself. Probably about half the stickers are used now. Always the story with me, stickers, stickers, stickers. But we've got them all placed and everything. Interesting use of the rubber, I don't know what they would call these exactly, but these rubber pieces, they flex around and actually make up, it looks like a body piece and everything, and it kind of just covers the whole thing up. Those flexed into place. I like how they have the tail lights in here. Just some neat features. Anxious to see how this thing goes to finish up, particularly with the, once you get the wheels on and everything and start to see the engine actually move as you roll it and the steering gear actually move. So definitely going to be some neat things coming up, but let's go ahead and get into bag 3 or bag 3s, all 4 of them more than likely, considering what we had last time. Oh, and I wish they'd have done this with the Porsche E. These are the smaller, thinner tires than the rear. So you have the rear tires and you have the fronts. Pretty cool. I'm glad that they actually did that. They probably had to, because this one has the steering gear in the front. Otherwise, if you made them too wide, it wouldn't have been able to turn. But neat that they have the 2 different sizes. Oh, bag number 3 wins. They've got 5. Oh, and see? Now, why can't Lego do this on every set? You have the pre-printed body panels, no stickers. They're just trying to make people like me happy. But no sticker, no sticker. That's nice. So, nice little bonus there. Anyway, time to get to it. We're done. We got this sucker complete. Fantastic is all I have to say. Just like I say in all these videos, Lego is fantastic at being able to bring their imaginations to a reality. This thing has a lot of fantastic things to it. The fact that it rolls and you can actually watch the pistons inside move and hear them. So you can actually hear the cylinders moving in there, all 8 of them. Really kind of a neat touch. Not something that they needed to do, but it's there. The steering gear accessible from the very top. You can turn the wheels back and forth, which Nathan's gonna love that. Absolutely amazing how they put it all together, and it's so smooth. All the gearing works very well. There's no binding or hesitation. It just does it. It's great. And for the first time that I've seen, I'm sure there's probably like some of the higher end Technic cars that actually have this too, but this is the first I've seen where they actually have opening doors, functional doors that open up, which on this one, of course, is like the Lambo. What do they call these? The Dove doors, or I can't think of it right now, but really, really neat how they finally incorporated in some moving doors. And again, I'm sure there's other sets that have it too, but this is the first that we've seen. Mirrors, you have all your steering gear, all the things that make up these rubber pieces that were used in the back that are blue that make up this back fender and across the tail also are used to create the A-pillars up here in the front and surrounding what would be the windshield. So really, really neat. It's definitely got the rubber tires, which was a huge bonus. I always love having the actual rubber tires versus that plasticky rubber. But the details in this one, just like Lego does on all kinds of stuff, is incredible. Really, really neat. I very much enjoyed building this thing. I caught myself struggling to get some of these pieces together, being as that they're Technic. They are tricky sometimes to get lined up and then get them pressed in together because you don't want to break them or bend them. You want to be careful with them. You end up pushing too hard and you could damage something, so you end up spending a little too much time trying to press them in there and line them up properly without any damage happening. Great set. Super thrilled to have it. I cannot wait to show this one to Nathan when he gets home. This one has his name written all over it. It'll sit right next to the Porsche E on the shelf, but with the extra features of the doors that actually pop open and the steering, this one actually feels more like one you can play with versus having just the pullback feature. I would rather see more like this one, designed and built by Lego versus the pullback versions. So it's always awesome to build these things. I'm glad to be doing it. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please have a good day. Go build some Legos and have fun with your family.